Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure seekers. Today, you are in for a real treat because we are diving into the world of ultra-valuable coins that are making waves in today's collector market. We are talking about the historic and incredibly sought-after Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents from the United States and the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coins that are turning heads and grabbing high-value bids from collectors across the globe. If you have got one of these in your collection, or if you are simply curious about the rising stars in the coin world, you will want to stick around. These coins are not just pocket change anymore, they are serious assets, and the market value is hotter than ever before. First up, we are diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1963 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, featuring a beautiful mix of green, brown, and black patina. This coin, with its vintage charm and striking tones, is becoming one of the most sought-after pieces among collectors. Stay tuned because this journey through history, rarity, and current market trends is going to open your eyes to the true value of a coin you might just have lying around. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this series has seen decades of production, but each year has its own charm and story. The 1963 nickel, in particular, holds historical significance. Minted just before the major economic and social shifts of the mid-1960s, this coin represents a period of calm before the storm in American history. With no mint mark on the coin, we know it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time did not stamp a mint mark on nickels. Millions were produced, but as years passed, many were lost to circulation, damaged, or melted, leaving behind a smaller pool of collectible quality pieces. What makes the 1963 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark so special isn't just its age, it's the coloration and the details. Coins that have survived decades and developed unique toning, like green, brown, and black shades, are considered artistic marvels in the coin world. This natural toning often results from years of exposure to air, humidity, and various environmental factors, and no two coins age the same. The patina on these coins gives them character and individuality, making them stand out in any collection. The Monticello building on the reverse remains one of the most iconic American designs, and even in fine condition, the detail on the architecture and Jefferson's portrait is still visible and valued. Collectors today are on the hunt for coins that tell a story, and the 1963 Jefferson nickel does just that. While the overall mintage number may seem high, finding examples with original surfaces, natural patina, and fine details is becoming increasingly difficult. Especially in the case of coins with distinctive green, brown, and black shades, these have become particularly desirable for advanced collectors. Their rarity is not just based on the production year, but on the survival rate and the unique aging process that turns an ordinary nickel into a rare specimen. Fine condition pieces with clear features and attractive toning are in high demand because they are perfect for display, grading, and resale. Now let's talk value, and this is where it gets really exciting. A standard circulated 1963 Jefferson nickel might sell for a small amount, but once we factor in its condition and unique toning, the market tells a very different story. Coins in fine condition, especially those with rare green, brown, and black shades, have been seen trading for $250,000 in collector circles. And in some auctions, especially where there is competitive bidding, the prices can go even higher, depending on the eye appeal and color pattern. These aren't just average pocket change anymore. They are considered art by collectors and are steadily climbing in value. If you have got one with particularly vivid toning and minimal wear, you could be holding a small treasure that is increasing in worth year after year. For those looking to add this piece to their collection or hoping to find one in their change, here are some valuable tips. First, always examine coins under good lighting to appreciate the full toning and details. Look for examples with strong color contrast and minimal damage. Even if the coin is circulated, natural toning enhances its value dramatically. Secondly, avoid cleaning your coins ever. Cleaning can strip away valuable patina and reduce the coin's market value significantly. If you believe your coin has significant value, consider having it appraised by a professional or even graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Lastly, network with other collectors online or in coin shows. The 1963 Jefferson nickel in toned fine condition is quickly gaining recognition, and you want to stay ahead of the demand curve before prices spike even more. The 1963 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a piece of old currency. It is a symbol of mid-20th century American craftsmanship, a canvas for natural toning that turns metal into art and a hidden gem in the numismatic world. With its green, brown, and black shades, it stands out among thousands and is now considered a high-demand item among serious collectors. If you happen to come across one in fine condition, consider yourself lucky, because what you are holding could be worth far more than 5 cents. Next up is going to dive deep into an extraordinary piece of American coinage history, the 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, and specifically those fascinating black shade examples that have collectors buzzing. If you have one of these nickels sitting in your change jar, you might just be holding on to a hidden gem that is gaining serious attention in the market. This isn't just another old coin, it's a rare, collectible item that's catching fire in the numismatic world due to its unique appeal, historical context, and increasing dollar value. So stick around, because we're going to break it all down from its rich history to why it is a hot item among collectors right now. Let's take a journey back to the year 1976. It was a monumental year in the United States, marking the bicentennial 200 years of American independence. While special bicentennial designs were released for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins, the Jefferson nickel maintained its classic Monticello design. This year is important because amidst the nationwide focus on commemorative coinage, certain regular issue coins like the 1976 Jefferson nickel quietly rolled out, and some of them, like the one we are talking about today, became special for reasons that went under the radar. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, continued its iconic design featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia estate, Monticello, on the reverse. By 1976, the coin was being minted in Philadelphia and Denver, but the ones from Philadelphia carried no mint mark, a detail that plays a major role in the rarity and appeal of this specific coin today. What makes this coin stand out is not just its age, but a combination of subtle and unique physical traits. The no mint mark Jefferson nickel from 1976 typically shows wear and tear from circulation, but some specimens developed a striking black shade over time, likely due to oxidation, storage conditions, or exposure to certain elements. This black-toned appearance, far from being a flaw, actually adds to its visual uniqueness and aesthetic charm. It gives the coin a distinguished, almost antique look, setting it apart from other nickels. Additionally, when found in fine condition with clear details on Jefferson's face, visible lettering, and Monticello's architecture still identifiable, it becomes even more desirable. Collectors are especially attracted to coins that blend age, rarity, and visual distinctiveness, and this nickel checks all those boxes. Now, let us talk rarity, because this is where things get exciting. While millions of Jefferson nickels were minted in 1976, not all survived the decades in collectible condition. Finding one without a mint mark is not rare in itself, but combining that with a distinct black patina and maintaining fine detail after nearly 50 years is truly uncommon. The black shade versions are not officially documented variants, which makes them even more fascinating. They are the kind of coin that serious collectors chase because of their natural uniqueness and growing reputation. Moreover, there is a rising interest in coins from the 1970s, as more collectors aim to complete decade sets or invest in undervalued pieces. The 1976 no mint mark nickel, particularly in the condition we are discussing, is gaining a reputation as a must-have item. Now let's get into the real juice. How much is this coin worth in today's action-packed collector market? A standard circulated 1976 Jefferson nickel may fetch modest amounts, but those in fine condition with that rich black shading are currently selling for significantly more. On collector platforms and auction sites, these coins have been seen listed and sold for and even higher depending on the visual quality and shading. In some private collector deals, there have been offers exceeding $400,000 or more for exceptional black shaded pieces. That is an incredible jump from face value and a strong indicator of its growing collector demand. With more people entering the coin collecting world each year, the competition for distinctive coins like this one is only increasing, and so is its market price. If you are a collector, or even just getting started, now is the perfect time to hunt for the 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. Check your old coin jars, ask family members, or explore estate sales. You never know where one might be hiding. When assessing value, look for strong detail in Jefferson's profile, visible wording, and that striking black tone which can dramatically increase desirability. Store the coin in a dry, temperature-controlled environment to prevent further tarnishing, and consider getting it appraised or graded by a professional service if it is in particularly good condition. Even if you do not have one yet, keep an eye on online auctions. They are popping up more frequently, but they are getting snatched up fast. The 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially those with that rare black shade in fine condition, is proving to be much more than just spare change. It is a collector's delight, a conversation piece, and potentially a profitable find. As demand continues to grow and more people discover the appeal of these classic nickels, the value is only set to rise. Whether you are in it for the history, the artistry, or the investment potential, this coin deserves a top spot in your collection. Don't miss the chance to own a piece of American coinage history that is quietly becoming a star in the collector's market. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the most underrated yet increasingly sought-after coins in the numismatic world, the 1965 Jefferson nickel, featuring the iconic Monticello design without any mint mark and bearing that unique gray shade. This seemingly simple 5-cent coin is turning heads in today's collector market due to its rising value, historical charm, and scarcity in desirable conditions. So grab your magnifying glasses and get ready, because this is one coin that deserves your full attention. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1965, a critical period in United States coinage history. During this time, the United States Mint was transitioning from using silver in many of its coins due to rising costs and hoarding. To stabilize coin production, the Mint made several strategic changes, including the temporary removal of mint marks from all coins. This directly impacted the Jefferson nickel series. The 1965 nickel, though made primarily of copper and nickel, carries the essence of that transitional era. Designed by Felix Schlag and featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse, this nickel represents a snapshot of American history during an economically and politically evolving time. What makes the 1965 Jefferson nickel stand out is more than just its design. First, the lack of a mint mark. Unlike most other years, where you would see D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, the 1965 version was struck without any mint mark due to a temporary policy change by the United States. Mint. This gives the coin a distinctive identity that collectors instantly recognize. Secondly, its gray tone and overall appearance, especially in fine condition, sets it apart visually. The subtle shade often results from years of circulation and the particular metal blend used during that era. These features not only enhance its appeal, but also give it a unique personality among other nickels. Now, you may be wondering if a 1965 nickel is really rare. The answer is absolutely, especially in fine or better condition. While many of these nickels were minted, very few survive today in collectible quality. Everyday circulation has worn down the majority of them, making well-preserved examples a true gem for any numismatic collection. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins with sharp details, minimal damage, and that distinct gray sheen that enhances the Monticello design. As the interest in mid-20th century United States coinage continues to grow, coins like the 1965 Jefferson nickel are becoming increasingly hard to find, especially in attractive condition. Here's where things get even more exciting. The 1965 Jefferson nickel, particularly in fine condition with a smooth gray tone and clear design elements, is fetching impressive prices in today's collector market. On platforms like eBay, auctions, and specialized coin dealer sites, these coins can range in value from $270,000 for circulated pieces, but when found in higher-end fine or extra-fine condition, values can climb significantly up to $300,000 or more, depending on appearance, sharpness, and appeal. If the coin is error-free, clean, and well-defined, you can expect strong demand and a solid return from collectors who appreciate historical value and scarcity. It is important to note that these values continue to grow as collector interest in this era expands. If you are a collector or someone just getting into the exciting world of coins, this is a great time to focus on the 1965 Jefferson nickel. Always examine your coins under good lighting to spot clear features. Look for full steps on the Monticello building, a distinct Jefferson profile, and a clean, readable rim. Store your nickels in protective holders to preserve their condition, and never clean them, as original patina can enhance their value. Keep an eye on auctions and estate sales. You might just stumble upon a high-grade piece for a low price. And if you already have one of these nickels in your collection, hold on to it, because its value is only expected to rise as demand continues to surge. So there you have it, the 1965 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, a hidden treasure in the world of coin collecting. With its rich history, unique features, and increasing scarcity in fine condition, this coin is quickly becoming a must-have for serious collectors. Its value is climbing in the market, and those lucky enough to own one today are holding a piece of American numismatic history that is only going to shine brighter in the future. Whether you are collecting for passion, profit, or both, this coin deserves a place in your collection. Next up, we are diving into a truly remarkable gem in the world of coin collecting, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham from 1973, a rare treasure that has captured the attention of serious collectors and investors alike. If you are lucky enough to own this coin in very fine condition, you could be holding on to a piece of history that is steadily gaining incredible market value. Stay tuned as we explore why this coin is becoming one of the most talked about pieces in the international coin collector community, and how its demand is skyrocketing today in the collector's market, especially in the dollar exchange market. This is not just a coin, it is a story, a symbol, and potentially a smart investment. The 1 dirham coin from the United Arab Emirates was first introduced in 1973, just 2 years after the official formation of the UAE in 1971. This makes it one of the earliest coins issued by the new federation, representing not just currency, but national identity and unity. Its release marked a major shift from using Indian rupees or Bahraini dinars to establishing the United Arab Emirates dirham as the country's official currency. The coin's historical roots tie it directly to the birth of a nation, making it a prized possession for collectors who appreciate coins that carry significant national heritage. It symbolizes the beginning of modern economic and political stability in the Gulf region, and that heritage alone boosts its value far beyond its face. What sets the 1973 United Arab Emirates 1 dirham apart from later versions is its distinctive design, its older Arabic script, and the unique national emblem that reflects early United Arab Emirates identity. The coin features an elegant dala, or traditional Arabian coffee pot, which is an iconic cultural symbol of hospitality and heritage in the region. Surrounding the dala is an older version of the Arabic inscriptions for the denomination and issuing authority, which makes this coin visually different and far more appealing than more recent mintings. Struck in cupronical, the weight, the color tone, and even the sound it makes when tapped all reflect the craftsmanship of the early minting techniques used during that era. These unique characteristics make the coin stand out in any collection, and they are a major reason why collectors actively seek it out. The 1973 United Arab Emirates 1 dirham is not just another old coin, it is genuinely rare. With limited mintage in its early years, especially for coins still surviving in very fine condition today, finding one is like striking gold. Over the decades, natural circulation has worn most coins down or removed them from existence altogether. A coin from 1973 that is still in very fine condition is considered exceptional. Coin collectors are always on the hunt for early mint coins with strong detail, minimal surface damage, and preserved inscriptions. And this particular coin meets all those high standards. Demand is especially high for pieces that haven't been cleaned or tampered with, which retain their originality. In coin auctions and online platforms, this version of the dirham is often highlighted as a top-tier collectible, making it highly sought after in both local and international markets. Now, let us talk about the big question. What is the 1973 United Arab Emirates 1 dirham worth today? In recent online auctions and collector exchanges, this coin in very fine condition is commanding impressive figures. Its value can range from $520,000 or more, depending on condition, shine, and collector demand. That is a remarkable increase from its face value and a testament to its growing appeal. In some cases, coins graded by professional services have fetched even higher prices due to the official verification of their condition. The market is hot right now, and collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia are all showing increased interest in coins from the Middle East, particularly those tied to significant historical events like the founding of the United Arab Emirates. This means the dollar value of this coin is not only strong, it is climbing. If you are looking to invest in this powerful piece of numismatic history, here are a few key tips to keep in mind. First, always check the condition carefully. A coin in very fine or better condition holds the most value, especially if the design details are still crisp and the surface has not been damaged or overly cleaned. Secondly, try to obtain coins with some sort of provenance or grading, which can help justify the price in future sales or trades. And most importantly, keep an eye on the global market trends. The demand for Middle Eastern coins is growing, and early United Arab Emirates currency is becoming a hot niche. Whether you already own one or are looking to buy, this is the perfect time to engage in this area of collecting. Holding on to a 1973 United Arab Emirates dirham could be a smart long-term investment as the market continues to evolve. In conclusion, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham from 1973 in very fine condition is far more than just a coin. It is a valuable piece of history, a rare find, and a rising star in the collector's world. With its deep roots in the founding of the United Arab Emirates, its unique and culturally rich design, and its steadily increasing value in the international market, it has rightfully earned its place among the most desirable coins for modern collectors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just stepping into the world of rare coins, this is one piece you will want to add to your collection or hold on to tightly if you already have it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin insights. Next up, we are diving into the fascinating world of American numismatics, with a focus on a hidden gem that is gaining serious traction in the collector's market, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents from 1962, without a mint mark, showcasing natural brown spots and preserved in very fine condition. This coin is more than just change in your pocket. It is a piece of American history with rising value and increasing demand among collectors worldwide. If you own one, you are sitting on a potential treasure. So stay tuned as we unravel why this coin is turning heads and making waves in today's rare coin auctions. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin pays tribute to Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. The obverse features a bold profile of Jefferson, while the reverse proudly displays his famous Virginia estate, Monticello. The 1962 edition of this coin, especially those struck without a mint mark, were minted in Philadelphia and represent the post-war economic boom era of the United States. This was a time of technological advancement and national pride, which is reflected in the coin's enduring legacy and design. Every Jefferson nickel tells a story of that era, and the 1962 issue captures a moment in time that collectors today find irresistible. What makes the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel so captivating are its subtle yet powerful features. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, and the lack of a visible mark adds to its understated appeal. The brown spots on the surface, often caused by oxidation over time, add a unique and authentic character to the coin. These natural markings, especially when found on coins in very fine condition, are often seen as signs of aging that enhance the visual depth and charm of the piece. In fact, many collectors value these brown tones as signs of originality and untouched history. The sharpness of Jefferson's portrait, the clarity of the Monticello building, and the legibility of the inscriptions are all crucial, and in very fine condition, this coin stands out as a well-preserved artifact. While millions of these nickels were minted in 1962, finding one today without a mint mark, with brown spotting, and in very fine condition is becoming increasingly rare. Most circulated coins have suffered heavy wear, corrosion, or even cleaning, damaging their value and appeal. However, a 1962 Jefferson nickel that has retained its details, even with natural aging signs like brown spots, is a rare find in today's market. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for such pieces that offer both historical value and aesthetic character. This unique blend of preservation and natural toning places the 1962 nickel among high-demand coins. As coin collecting grows globally, the demand for these specific conditions only continues to rise, especially among those building full Jefferson series collections. So what is the value of this treasure in today's market? While common Jefferson nickels may trade for face value or slightly above, a 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, featuring distinctive brown spots and graded in very fine condition, can fetch anywhere between $380,000 or more, depending on the buyer and auction platform. Some listings even report higher prices when sold to specialized collectors who appreciate toned or naturally spotted nickels. The market is highly responsive to uniqueness and visual appeal, and coins with authentic aging signs like brown patina often command a premium. Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and coin shows have seen increased bidding interest in such nickels, signaling strong appreciation in value and demand. If you are a collector or thinking of starting your numismatic journey, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel is an excellent place to start or expand your portfolio. Always look for coins with clear inscriptions, defined Monticello lines, and natural surface aging. Avoid coins that have been overly cleaned, as they lose their original charm and may drop in value. Storing your coin in a protective holder or airtight case will prevent further damage and preserve its unique characteristics. If you come across a 1962 nickel with brown spotting and sharp detail, do not hesitate. Secure it, because its market desirability is only growing. Stay updated with price trends and auction results, and you might even find opportunities to sell at a profit in the near future. In conclusion, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially with natural brown spotting and in very fine condition, is a rising star in the world of collectible coins. It is a tangible connection to American history, art, and culture, and an increasingly valuable asset in the numismatic market. Don't underestimate this humble 5-cent piece. It has stories to tell and value to offer. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning, this is one coin you definitely want in your collection. Next up, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of rare Middle Eastern coins, with a special spotlight on a gem that is catching the eyes of collectors around the globe: the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham from 1989 in extra fine condition. This is not just another old coin. It is a piece of history that is now becoming a hot item in the numismatic market. If you have got one of these in your collection or happen to stumble across it, you might be holding on to something far more valuable than you think. So sit back and join us as we explore why this coin is in high demand and what makes it so incredibly special. Let's take a moment to appreciate the rich history behind this coin. The United Arab Emirates 1 dirham was first introduced in 1973 following the country's formation in 1971. It represented a unified national currency during a time of tremendous growth and modernization. By 1989, the United Arab Emirates was well on its way to becoming a global hub for business and culture. The 1989 United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coin reflects this transformative period, making it not just currency, but but a symbol of a rising nation. Issued by the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates, these coins were used in daily life, but only a few have survived in extra fine condition. That is where the story gets exciting for collectors. This 1 dirham coin from 1989 boasts an elegant design that immediately draws attention. On the obverse, you will find the traditional Arabic calligraphy representing United Arab Emirates and the coin's denomination. On the reverse is a traditional Arabic dala, or coffee pot, a powerful symbol of hospitality and Emirati heritage. The intricate design and historical significance of the dala make this coin visually appealing and culturally meaningful. Made of a copper-nickel alloy, the coin has a standard diameter of 23.8 millimeters and weighs about 6.4 grams. But in extra fine condition, the details of the calligraphy and the dala are exceptionally sharp, adding to its collectible appeal. Here is where things really get interesting. The 1989 United Arab Emirates 1 dirham isn't just a beautiful coin, it's rare, especially in well-preserved condition. Over the decades, most of these coins have gone through heavy circulation, making them worn and damaged. However, finding one in extra fine condition, where the coin shows minimal wear and nearly all design details are intact, is like striking gold for collectors. Demand is rising because not many examples have survived in such prime state. Collectors from around the world, especially in the Middle East, Asia, Europe, and even North America, are actively seeking these high-grade specimens. Their value has soared in recent years as demand continues to outpace supply. So how much is this coin really worth today? On online auction platforms and collector marketplaces, a United Arab Emirates 1 dirham 1989 in extra fine condition can easily fetch anywhere from $700,000 depending on exact condition, grading, and buyer interest. Some premium listings, especially those with third-party grading from companies like NGC or PCGS, have gone even higher. What makes this more exciting is that prices are climbing. This coin is no longer just pocket change, it is becoming a small treasure. Its rising value makes it a smart pick for any collector or investor looking for undervalued international coins with high growth potential. If you are a collector and want to get your hands on this rare 1989 United Arab Emirates 1 dirham, here are a few key tips. First, always verify the coin's condition. Aim for extra fine or higher. Look for strong detailing on the dala and clear Arabic script. Avoid coins with heavy scratches or discoloration. Secondly, consider getting the coin professionally graded to boost its resale value. Keep an eye on reputable numismatic forums, local coin shows, and trusted online platforms for buying opportunities. And if you already own one, store it properly in a protective coin holder or slab to maintain its pristine condition. Trust me, this coin is only going to get more valuable with time. In conclusion, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham from 1989 in extra fine condition is more than just an old coin. It is a hidden gem in the numismatic world, packed with historical depth, cultural richness, and growing market demand. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is a coin you will want to keep an eye on. Its value in the collector's market is rising fast, and owning one could be a smart investment for the future. So, do not miss out. Check your collection or start hunting today. Who knows, you might already have this rare piece of history waiting to be discovered. Next up, we are diving into a truly exciting and highly sought-after coin, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents from 1964 with the D Mint mark. If you are a coin collector or just getting started in the world of numismatics, this is one coin that deserves your full attention. The 1964 with D Jefferson nickel is not just a piece of American history, it is also a rising star in the coin market with a strong collector demand and real dollar value. So stay with me as we explore its fascinating story, valuable features, rarity, and how much it is worth in today's booming collector market. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and has since become one of the most iconic coin designs in the United States. History. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features the Third United States, President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse with his Monticello home on the reverse. Fast forward to 1964, a significant year in American coinage history. The United States. Mint produced an unusually high number of nickels that year in an effort to combat a coin shortage, and this included millions struck at the Denver Mint, marked by the letter D mint mark. Despite the high mintage, coins that have survived in extra fine condition with clear details, strong strikes, and minimal wear are now becoming increasingly rare and valuable. This particular year and mint mark have gained special interest due to their age, historical context, and appeal to both novice and expert collectors alike. The 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel stands out with several remarkable features that add to its desirability. First, the obverse displays a crisp profile of Jefferson facing left, and in extra fine condition, collectors can clearly see the sharp details in his hair, cheekbone, and jawline. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty 1964" are boldly defined, giving the coin a strong visual presence. On the reverse, the Monticello building is portrayed with fine architectural detail that pops beautifully when the coin is well preserved. What makes this coin truly distinctive is the strong letter D mint mark located on the right side of Monticello, signifying that it was minted in Denver. In extra fine condition, this coin shines with original luster, full rim details, and minimal signs of circulation qualities that are increasingly hard to find in coins that are now over 60 years old. While the 1964 with D nickel had a high initial mintage, the reality is that very few have survived in extra fine or higher condition today, making them highly attractive for collectors. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, and the majority you see now are worn or damaged. Collectors are constantly seeking coins with clear details and minimal wear, and finding a 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel that checks all the boxes is becoming a true challenge. This rarity, combined with the historical relevance of the coin and the increasing interest in mid-20th century United States coinage, has fueled strong collector demand. Coin shows, online auctions, and dealers are all witnessing greater interest and rising prices for high-grade examples. The 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel is a perfect blend of accessibility and rarity, making it a favorite among collectors building full-date mint mark sets or seeking long-term investments. Now let us talk numbers. What is this coin worth in today's market? A 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition typically sells for $450,000, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. However, prices can jump much higher for coins that show exceptional preservation and detail. With growing interest from collectors, investors, and history lovers, the demand for clean, well-struck examples is pushing prices steadily upward. It is a great time to own or seek out one of these underrated gems before they become even harder to find in top condition. If you are aiming to add this coin to your collection, or perhaps you already have one, there are a few key things to keep in mind. First, condition is everything. Look for coins that retain original mint luster, have sharp details, and minimal signs of wear, especially around Jefferson's cheekbone and the Monticello columns. Second, consider professional grading. If your coin appears to be in particularly good shape, certification can significantly boost its market value. Always store your nickels in a protective coin holder or album to prevent further wear. Also, keep an eye out for full-step varieties on the reverse. These carry a premium due to their rarity. Lastly, do your research and track market trends. Auction sites and coin dealer listings can give you real-time insights into what collectors are willing to pay. In conclusion, the 1964 with D. Monticello Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is far more than just a 5-cent coin. It is a piece of American history, a collector's favorite, and a growing treasure in the numismatic world. Its detailed design, historical value, and increasing scarcity in high grade make it a smart addition to any collection. Whether you are just starting out or a seasoned collector, this is one coin you should absolutely keep an eye on. As market interest continues to rise and high-grade examples become harder to find, the 1964 with D nickel stands as a strong investment and a proud showpiece for any collector. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin content and collector insights. See you in the next video.